Welcome to the May 17th Fargo Public Library Board of Directors. This is going to be an informational meeting because we do not have a quorum. We'll still proceed with what the library has been up to and director's report. So with that, I guess first is public comment. There is no public today, so we'll move to Megan and the staff report.
Hello, you have my report in your packet. We've had quite a few staffing changes. The biggest one you'll probably notice is Betsy has left us. There's currently a temp in that position and that posting closes today. We have 2 new LA1s that have started at the branches and a new branch librarian at Northport, Kayla Burkholz, who has been with the library for a while in an LA2 position, has been promoted. So her job will be posted as soon as Lori wants to do more interviews for things. I have the entries for the library card design contest in the packet. We had a lot of people participate. Voting is currently available on the website or in person and is open until this Sunday, the 22nd. So far, more than 1,100 people have voted. So a lot of interest in that. And as you can see from the other numbers, Northern Narratives Literary Journal, those numbers are also up. We had more entries this year than in the years pre-COVID. So that looks great. For some programming highlights, Summer Reading Challenge starts June 1st. The theme this year is Oceans of Possibilities. People can participate either virtually or in person, and it's open to all ages. We're again using the Beanstack program to track reading online. That's the same thing we used last summer and for our winter reading challenge. So hopefully most people won't have to create a new account. And even though tracking doesn't start until June 1st, registration is available now. And the Children's Department is running a registration prize drawing for people 12 and under. So if you register before the beginning of June, you get entered in for a prize and they're giving away a few things. Since the theme is Oceans of Possibility, we have a lot of ocean or water themed events this summer. The Traveling Lantern Theater Company is returning to the library thanks to funding from the Friends. This summer's performance is Camp Ocean. It's about a summer camp for all different kinds of fish and other ocean creatures. Our kids' book club is The True Confessions of Charlotte Doyle, about a girl on an Atlantic crossing in the 1800s. We have a program about the Titanic, with all sorts of STEM experiments about the ship and why it sank. Information about all of those is online. The STEM Titanic event does require pre-registration, but most of these events are open. In non-summer reading challenge programs, we have an author visit coming up. Don Quigley, a children's book author and citizen of the Turtle Mountain Band of Ojibwe, will be doing 2 events with us this coming Saturday, May 21st. Her visit is thanks to the National Endowment for the Arts in partnership with Arts Midwest. At 10 a.m., it's an event for children and adults. She'll read from and discuss her new book, Jojo McCoon's The Used to Be Best Friend. It's the first of a chapter book series. The lead character is an Ojibwe girl, and the author will discuss growing up not seeing books with her representation around. In the afternoon at 1 p.m., there's going to be a more adult-focused event focusing on her books, her writing, and her work to amplify Native voices in literature and education. The books will be available for purchase at both of those events. There are a lot of other events that I've included in your packet that will be on the website and out in the newsletter, but I can answer any questions you have.
Any questions?
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. The good choices of Friday family movies down at James Carlson. Finding Nemo's one of my favorite. So I'm not so sure about Pirates of the Caribbean. Not a fan. Johnny Depp, whatnot, you know. All right, moving to the director's report. Tim.
Yeah, you have it there in your packet. The big thing, master planning, facilities master planning committee, we're moving ahead. and let's go right into that. That's kind of the big thing. We have two firms, JLG Architects of Fargo and Williams Architects of Itasca, Illinois, that will be providing virtual presentations to the steering committee, one on the 8th of June and one on the 9th of June. From that, we're hoping to narrow it down to one firm to move ahead in terms of bringing it to the board, city commission, finance committee, to get that rolling. Had some good conversations at the meeting. It's exciting to see that moving ahead. Per my other items on my report, obviously May, we're looking at quarterly project meetings with the admin team folks. As of yet, they're still working on the 2023 budget. I haven't heard anything in terms of when I know the mayor's goal was to have his preliminary budget by the 14th of June. It seems like they're doing a little bit different this year, certain with the disruption at the head of finance and this kind of thing. I haven't heard anything yet. But I have been touching base obviously with city administration. So waiting on that, that's the big thing. Any questions?
Yes, what is the Second Street pedestrian bridge?
Yeah, the Second Street pedestrian bridge, it is kind of in a really planning stage. I guess there's some Department of Transportation money that they have access to, along with some other form of financing that I'm not entirely sure. And essentially what they're looking to do is, and we've only seen just potential mock-ups and elements, essentially from the campus here between City Hall, library, and the other building, having a pedestrian bridge that essentially goes over Second Street and the river wall and goes down the other side, so you're on the river side, the west end of the river, for kind of, you can get up there and it's at a high enough level so you're like looking at the City Hall, you're looking at the library, you're looking down the river or across the river or whatever. It's pretty preliminary. We'll see how it goes. It's not completely over the Red River, over to the Moorhead side. It's just strictly over Second Street and the flood wall that's currently in place. And then just kind of splits off, going down into the park area on the riverbank area. So they've come up with different potential sight lines, elevations. There's some obviously based on safety, some elevations they have to maintain. But it's pretty preliminary discussions as of right now. I'm on that because obviously the library is right there and part of the campus on this side. So we'll see how it goes.
If there's no other questions, moving to statistical reports, usage.
Yes. Gotta go through a few papers here. Well, it's exciting when we look at door count starting to pick up, especially for Maine in this past April compared to April of 21. It's exciting to see increases there. Program still a little bit down compared to last April based on kind of the staffing considerations that we have. Volunteer hours, it's great to have the volunteers back in the building and doing outreach work for us. Internet signups are up significantly there. That's exciting. Electronic activity in terms of the website is up a little bit as well. And circulation, you can see that up significantly over April of 21, which is exciting. And year to date, up almost 14%. So it's good to see folks returning to the locations and checking out items in a greater way than we were a year ago and year to date, obviously.
Any questions? Okay, turning to financials, Tim.
Sure. In terms of the donation summary, on the revenue side, the $36 was $20 from a Ross Zemer donation and $16 at the desk. Just somebody that got good customer service and wanted to provide money. On the other restricted donation, $35 of that was from staff for their summer reading program T-shirts, $347 from the Reading Council, and a very generous gift from a friend of the library, Dr. Julie Blem, of $500. That's exciting. On the expense side of that $99, some of it was from the Friends. Thank you for the Crafternoons expenditures, and also from the Friends for summer reading program books for the summer reading program. Under staff development, again, we had the Friends provide money for the staff recognition, 2 months of staff recognition seen in that amount. Also the payout for the staff T-shirts, summer reading program T-shirts, and the Friends' generous donation to support staff for the National Library Workers' Day lunch for staff. So they had a taco bar at each location for folks, and it was great. So thank you, Friends, for that. In terms of current year-to-date through April expenses, 33% of the year lapse, just under 35% expended. Again, a lot of that above the 33 represent by encumbrances at the beginning of the year. Obviously, continue to observe as we go through the rest of the fiscal year. The revenue document is different than what you've seen in the past. We're just kind of catching up to how we're doing things, obviously without having fines anymore. Just wanted to be clear in terms of the headings that they represent kind of where the revenue is coming from, that being fees and copies and miscellaneous revenue. So then you can see year-to-date, we're looking at just over $7,500 worth of revenue.
Tim, what's miscellaneous revenue? Like what is, I mean, it's a small amount of money, but if it's not fines,
Right.
what are you guys collecting on?
It's different things in terms of if we've payment of books lost and things of that nature.
Gotcha. Any questions? Okay, any updates from the Friends of the Library? No. Okay, I think that is it that we're able to cover today. So we will adjourn and meet again June 21st. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, good. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.